Hey everybody, happy Friday. Sadly, I am not at school today due to some circumstances. But we do have one more instructional day on surface area of pyramids. So real fast, just as a quick reference, the only pyramid we'll be learning about are square pyramids. And a square pyramid, has one base that's a square and it has four equal triangles going around. So kind of keep that in mind as we're first going to talk about some description, some definitions, and then we'll keep that in mind when we get into the example. So, of course, a pyramid is composed of a base and square pyramids do have four faces. And just a general math rule, depending on what your base is, and because ours is a square, we have four faces. If your base was a triangle, you would have three. Kind of going on like pentagon would be five because a pentagon has five sides. Next is that the pyramid is named by the shape of its base. We're doing square pyramids. Base is a square, hence why I say the word square. So the height of our triangle, it's the slanted height of the pyramid. So that's what you'll see. That we'll use that measurement to find the area of the triangle. So going into the first example, I'm going to do 1 and 2. You're going to do 3, and we'll probably just do 4 together. So, of course, I have my square base, and I have my faces. Very similar kind of actually how we did triangular prisms. So my square base, of course, to find this, the area of a square, we either do base times height, or you can hear a lot of people say side squared. Sorry, I'm trying not to draw an S. I'm trying not to draw a 5. I'm trying to draw an S there, but base times height or side squared. Two different formulas you can use. I'm probably just going to do base times height. Make things a little simpler. So my base of my square is 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. All right. Keep that in mind for later. And of course, for my triangular face, we use 1/2 times base times height. 1/2 times the base. And in this case, if you look, so here's the height of my triangle. Square, all sides are the same. So that means if this side is 6, this side has to be 6. Height is 16. 1/2 of 6 is 3. 3 times 16 is 48. But there are 4 sides. This one is 2. This one is 3. And on the very front would be 4 triangles for the surface area of this pyramid. You have to find the area of all sides. 8 times 4 is 32. 38. 12, 15, 18. So my surface area should be 188 centimeters squared. I found the area of my base, area of one face. When I add everything up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 faces for the 4 triangles going around my pyramid. And then I'd add 36 for my base. So for my square, I'm just going to plug in values. Base times height is my formula, but I'm going to go ahead and plug in my values. 8 times 8 should be 64. And then for my faces, I'm going to do 1/2 times base times height. Height 16. Here's the side for my square. Here's the height of my triangle. 1/2 of 8 is 4. 4 times 16, I believe, is 64. Yeah, 16, 32, yep. So I write my faces 4 times. And then I write the base one more time. So that's what, 64 5 times? That should be, using some math rules, that should be 64 times 5, which I believe is 320. Yeah, easy peasy. Y'all pause the video. This next section, we're dealing with decimals. So go ahead and pause. Try this last one on your own. And then pick the video back up and we can go over the solution. Make sure we're doing our questions right before we get on our delta math. So you can go ahead, pause, go ahead and start. Okay. Hopefully you paused, you tried it on your own. If you didn't, shame on you, but I'm moving on. So my square, 9.6 times 9.6, my base is 9.6. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on one second. Mr. Sparks cannot do 9.6 in his head. So I'm gonna go and type on my computer, 9.6 times 9.6, and Desmos is telling me 92.16. Now, as far as my faces, of course, it's a triangle, so 1/2 times 9.6 times height of 14.7. So let's see, 1/2 times 9.6 times 14.7, and I get 70.56. So I'm gonna start adding. Oh my goodness, my 5 looks terrible because my paper's moving on me. 70.56 4 times. And I'm gonna tell you this, if you know, we'll probably be working in our calculator for these questions anyway. So instead of, taking the time of writing each number and adding them up, if you multiply this times 4 and then add your product of 70.56 times 4 and the 92.16, you will end up having a little bit of a faster way to get your answer. I'm of course adding all this in Desmos because it's right in front of me. Why not use it? But that's what I did. I had 70.56 times 4. That gave me 282.24, and I added the 92.16, and I got 374.4. So the very last question is a word problem. A square pyramid has a triangular face, each with a base of 8 inches and a height of 14 inches. The total surface area of the square pyramid is 288 inches squared. What's the area of the base of the square pyramid? So we have those 4 faces. So the first thing we should do, hold on. Oops. Label what we have. Here are the base. Actually, this is very easy. So I know my base. The base of my triangle is, the base of my triangle is 8. Honestly, it's going to actually, that's the side measurement for my square. It's kind of a weird question, to be honest. A question like this is not on your CFA. I will say the square pyramid questions do look similar to 1, 2, and 3, where it's just, find the surface area. So that one's kind of a silly question because we, all right. Well, you guys do have a delta math, so you can go ahead and get on that after your delta math is finished. make sure the work for this week is done. Maybe check Power School. Try to fix anything that you're missing. Take a screenshot, email it to me, and when we return on Monday, I'll get those grades changed. Alrighty, y'all have a good day. Make good choices. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, everybody, please be sure to like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can, be, reminded of, any new uploads.